All right, today we're diving into something really special, a study that's all about financial skills, right here in our own community of Chintamani. This is a story about us, for us, so let's get into it.
So, here's a question for you. Is being good with money something you're just born with? Or is it a skill, something you can actually learn and get better at? That's the big question at the heart of all this.
For so many of us here in Chintamani, especially if you're in farming or do seasonal work, your income isn't always the same week to week. That can make planning for the future or even just getting by day to day a huge challenge. It's a reality a lot of us know all too well. So to tackle these very real local problems, a formal study was kicked off to find some answers. And the best part? It happened right here, in our own backyard. And listen, this wasn't just some casual poll. We're talking about a formal research project from Bengaluru North University. Their whole goal was to figure out the real connection between having money skills and how well people are actually doing financially, right here in Chintamani.
Now, what makes this study so special is who was behind it. It was led by one of our own, Vamshi Prasad K.R. He's a student from our community, and he did all this incredible research with the guidance of Dr. Girish B.N. from the Department of Commerce at the Government First Grade College and PG Center right here in Chintamani. A real homegrown effort, which is fantastic.
Okay, so before we get into what they found, let's make sure we're on the same page. What is financial literacy anyway? Well, it's pretty simple. It's just the ability to understand and use basic money skills. Things like budgeting, saving, and managing debt. It's all about having the know-how to make smart choices with your money. And why does that matter? Because it leads to this, financial well-being. And what does that mean? It means you're in the driver's seat. It means you can handle a surprise expense without it turning into a crisis. It means you have the freedom to make choices that let you and your family really enjoy life. So you see, it's not just about having money. It's about the peace of mind and control that comes with it.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. What did the study actually find out about us, the folks living right here in Chintamani?
Okay, check this out. This is who actually took part in Vamshi Prasad K.R.'s study. We're talking 111 of our neighbors. And look at the mix. You've got government and private employees, sure, but also a huge chunk from agriculture, small business owners, and daily wage earners. This diversity is so important because it means the results really are a snapshot of our whole community. And the very first finding? Wow, it's incredibly positive. Almost 92% of people here agree that saving money regularly is important. That's huge. It tells us that a really strong, healthy financial value is already here, deep in our community.
And the good news just keeps coming. When they asked people if they could understand a bank statement, an amazing 82% said yes. You can see on the chart, that's a big group saying they agree and another really confident group saying they strongly agree. That tells you there's a high level of comfort with the formal banking system, and that's just a massive step towards financial health.
The study also dug into general financial awareness, and the results are pretty impressive. About 79% of people can tell the difference between needs and wants. That's fundamental. Then you have 77% who know about government financial schemes, and 75% understand what inflation is and how it can eat away at the value of their savings. These are all crucial pieces of a puzzle.
And this next part, I think, is brilliant because it shows how forward-thinking our community is. Vamshi Prasad K.R.'s research found that over 76% of us are actively setting financial goals, both for the short term and the long term. We're not just living day to day, we're planning for the future. And honestly, that's something to be really proud of.
Okay, so we've got this really strong foundation of awareness and good habits. So what's next? What do the studies say is the best path forward to build on these strengths and get to real financial well-being?
The suggestions are all super practical and designed specifically for our community. First, boost financial education programs. Second, get people more comfortable with digital tools like UPI and mobile banking. They're the future. And this one's key. Make sure all this information is available in our local language, in Kannada, so no one gets left behind. The study also recommends working closely with our local panchayats and self-help groups. And, maybe the most important idea of all, start teaching these concepts early, right in our schools.
When you boil it all down, the study really drives home a simple but powerful idea. Getting better with your finances isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a journey. Every little bit you learn, every new skill you pick up, it all builds on itself and gets you one step closer to achieving those big goals you have for your life.
So let's bring it all home. What does all of this research really mean for the future of Chintamani? I want to finish with this quote directly from the conclusion of Vamshi Prasad KR's study because I think it just says it all. Empowering rural communities with the knowledge and confidence to make sound financial decisions will contribute to broader economic inclusion and rural development. See, it's not just about helping individuals. When we get smarter with money, we lift up our entire community. We drive development for everyone.
So I'll leave you with this one question to mull over. After hearing all this, what's the very first small step you can take to start building a more secure financial future for you and your family?